Hello, and I thought I'd show off these two miniatures. These are both from the Wizkids line of unpainted D&D miniatures. And overall, I've only seen a few of them that I've been able to work on, and I've been pretty impressed with all of them so far. I'm a huge fan of Reaper. I love the Bones lines. They're cheap with decent detail. Some of them are gorgeous. But I gotta say, the quality of detail on a lot of these D&D ones have been better. And you get two in the pack, and they're around $5. I've had a couple that are sitting here to be ready to be worked on, but this was a gift from a cool friend of mine. Thanks, Brad. I picked these up from the local hobby store here, which is Wood for Sheep. And if you're in Canada, they're awesome to deal with. And I decided to get the Yuan Ti. And Yuan Ti are a D&D race of snake people. And I like the idea of them because they had the different scales. There's a lot of different colours you can choose, and the way you can approach them is creatively very interesting. The smaller guy, he's okay. I don't mind him. He's a sort of a guard, and he's not really the one in the pack that really drew me to them. Although, he's got the forked tongue and interesting blade and the shield, so there's a lot of colour choices you can do on him, and the detail's quite nice. There's a couple of mould lines on the side there and on his arm that need to be dealt with, but overall it's not too bad. The detail everywhere is pretty solid. It's just going to be removing those mould lines without getting into too much trouble. And it just depends how you want to do these guys, because you can do them sort of like honor guards and all sort of new, or you can do them rusted. And the reason that I really got drawn to this pack was the full Yuan Ti, which is like the Naga. And he's just great. He's got the tail, it's all curled around on itself. You've got multiple scales, they're all pretty individual, which is great. There is a few small issues. We do have that great big mould line on the tail, which has to be filled and then sanded, and there is on the tail about midway down, there's a few of the peaks of the scale which is missing, so I might have to do a little bit of work there. I'm not going to do a lot. I might be able to just a bit of trimming in that, make it look like a bit of battle damage. He's been around a while, he's been in several fights, so maybe he's taken a few hits, so I might be able to do something there. Overall though, he's really interesting. There's a lot of different pieces to him. He's got the snake belly, the actual tail part, his own colouring you can do for the top half of the skin, which you can keep in the same sort of zone, or you can sort of go a bit different and sort of blend it into the tail. And then you've got like the leather and the blades, the two blades, so there's a lot on these guys that is pretty interesting, and I think he's about $5. So you can't really go wrong if you're playing the game, or you want something interesting to paint that you don't have to spend a lot of money in that on. You can't really go wrong. So these are coming out pretty regularly now by Wizkids, and it's their unpainted line. They also have a Pathfinder line, but I think there's a lot more being released for their D&D one at the moment. But if you like fantasy and you don't want to break the bank, these are worth a look.